Down in the place to be. Forget your cares in the war, most definitely.
What goes on, guys? We're back here again with yet another review, and today we're taking a look at something I'm extremely happy to have. We're going to be taking a look at the brand new Masters of the Universe, Mattel's Masterverse, or I guess in this case, New Eternia and the Rulers of the Sunman figures by Mattel. Now, you're going to see these weird-ass stickers on here, right? That's right. If you follow me on TikTok, you know that I go to this place called the Half Off Store in North Wales, PA, and I always find good stuff in there. And today, I got extremely lucky and found these two figures and paid $11.99. There was a $14.99 sticker on Jitsu, but they were like, nah, we'll give it to you for $11.99. So, look at that. Look at that. Very, very happy with that because these are just hitting Targets. I haven't even seen them in Target. And I'm happy that I didn't because now I got them, both of them for the price of one, right? So, very, very happy. If you see my TikTok on that, I was like, no fucking way, blah, blah, blah. It's awesome. So, Sunman, Jitsu on the side here. You get amazing artwork as always. Look at that art. Dude, he looks so badass there. That looks so cool. On the top here, you get the little read up, which I like that they take the time to actually give a read up to the characters because I don't think either one of these characters are super well known. Jitsu probably a little bit more than Sunman, but look at that artwork. Unfortunately, they did not have Hero there, which is a little disappointing because I would have liked to review all three of these together, but I just want to get this video out, and to be honest with you, I'm just so excited to open these and have these. Man, look at that artwork. So good. And there's nothing really on the top. On the bottom, there is the barcode if you're looking for Sunman, and if you're looking for Jitsu, there it is. But without further ado, let's go ahead and pop these bad boys open. So getting these two out of the package, they are so good. Like, they are really solid figures. I have one complaint, which is a little unfortunate. It's not the biggest thing in the world, but it does bug me. So I think a lot of people aren't going to like it neither, but is something that is also easily overlooked, you know, if you're willing and able to do that. So we're going to go ahead and start with the Jitsu here. Now, I really, really like the way that this head sculpt looks. I have his mask on there. We'll show that off in a second, but his head sculpt looks fantastic. It looks super realistic. Great hairstyle, I guess. I mean, I wouldn't have my hair like that, but I know it's probably his tradition. So I really like that. The beard looks nice. There's like a nice wash on the face that like really brings out the details. The eyes look great. Really, really like it's like printed. And I feel like the ones before this in the line were not printed. So it really shows really nice, like, you know, it really shows. I love the design of the armor. Now, I do know what the classic figure looks like. I guess the Universe Classics. No, because, yeah, Universe Classics. I guess I forget what that line's actually called. Not the DC Universe Classics. But I do know what that looks like, and I think that this emulates that very nice. You get, like, the bug on the back. It looks really cool. Don't really know what bug that is. I would like to know. But you get the birds up here. The gold paint is really nice and shiny on this. I like that because it's painted. Hasbro, get on that. Over here, we do get is like samurai looking like hip guards. I like that. Of course, it's Motu, so you're gonna have the fur pelt under it. I think almost every figure in this line has had this, except Sunman, oddly enough. But and then you get his boots, which are also reused because this line is made for reuse. It's just kind of what it is. You do get a new bracer on the left side, which I do like. I do like that. And then this whole thing also has a hilt, like a sword holder on it. I don't know what it's called if it's on the side because it's not a sheath. So I don't know what that's called. But you can put his sword there. So that's pretty cool. We'll talk about the sword more in a second. And then, of course, you get his giant chopping hand. And I really like the vac metal on this. Now, this is not a Fisto type situation where it's like metal. Like if you go watch my Fisto review, I remember I said it was like heavy. This feels like hollow plastic, which, you know what, looks great, so it works. So you get them in any pose that you want. Obviously there's no articulation in the wrist of this, but I think that it works. I really like this. I mean, I like the stupid stuff that Motu comes up with. Like, one figure that I really want for this line spoiler alert, I'm going to be doing, a top 10 Motu again, because that video was pretty fun to make. Snout trout. I would love a snout trout in this line. How cool would that freaking be? So, would like to see that. On the boots, there's not really much paint. The skin tone matches nicely everywhere, like I said, on the back. So he's got his little like Pokedex back here, which is cool. So he does look really nice on the shelf. I would argue that the armor looks maybe a little bit big, but I mean, if you really cared enough, you could take it off. I'm not going to do that just because I don't want to. I think, what's the point? But he does come with a couple accessories. So let's go ahead and take a look at those. Starting off, you do get an open hand for the left side. That's whatever. But the stuff that we really care about here is, of course, you saw at the beginning of this segment, you get his like Japanese mask. That looks sick. So you want to line it up with his ears and his nose, and then boom. So that looks nice. I will say, I think it may look a little bit big on his face. Actually, maybe not. Yeah, maybe not. I think that looks all right. Maybe a little bit big, but I understand because they want... I think what would have been ideal would have been include this and then an alternate head. I think that would have been nice. I would have preferred that over the alternate hand, to be completely honest with you. But other than that, I think it looks really nice. It's like a soft plastic. It's got nice gold paint that matches the body pretty good. I like that. And then obviously, of course, as you saw earlier as well, you do get a sword. Now, he doesn't really hold the sword that well. It's very loose in his hand. You got to like wedge it in there at the right angle and then he'll hold it. But it can be loose in his hand. I do like that. But from a practicality standpoint, he really doesn't use this hand. This thing should be on this side, right? I don't know. Maybe that's just me. But he's going to be using the sword with this hand as shown not only on the box, but... just kind of in the lore, I guess, because I'm looking at the box and it's on that side. So not really sure why they did that. There's a weird design choice because, you can't really get it from there. But as you saw earlier, it does go in the slot here, which I do like. And then it even has like that little like click, like where like they're ready to go ding and like animes and pops out. But yeah, good amount of accessories for a figure like this. So I am pretty happy with that. But what I'm even more happy with is the greatest hero of them all, Sunman. And just, oh man, if you guys went back and watched my video from last year, around this time last year actually, I said Sunman would be awesome to get in this line. And lo and behold, they did it. Not much long after, a couple months after they revealed that they were going to be doing him. He was revealed at Comic-Con, at some Comic-Con, I think, then shown in person at San Diego Comic-Con, and I just was like, oh my god, he's coming. And now he's here. And I got him for so cheap, and I didn't really have to look for him either. So I'm just very happy to have this. So taking a look at the head sculpt here. Looks really, really nice. Look at that fade, bro. They cut him up nice. Like that. The face tempo looks good. Now, in the skin tone, maybe it's just me, but it's almost like there's like a little bit of gold in the skin. It's like a little shiny, which I'm kind of just noticing that in the harsh lights. Please let me know if that's just mine. But I like that. I mean, it's supposed to be, power of the sun, so there's a big chance it's intentional, and I like that. I like that a lot, actually. You get new sculpted forearms. They are not separate pieces, unlike Jitsu's, so you do get his gold bracers. They look awesome, and then obviously, the red under there. I love the gold paint on that. It matches the chest harness nicely. Obviously, the chest harness is new, too. I really like that logo. You get all the tampo work on there. Nothing, no paint-wise on the back. We'll talk about his back in a second. The torso is probably reuse. Definitely is reused. The lower, like the abdomen is as well. The upper arms and shoulders are reused, but the forearms and hands are new. You get new sculpted hands specific for him. A little bit of paint on them would have been nice, but not the end of the world. And then obviously the legs up until the shin are reused, but you do get a new belt. And like I said, no loincloth for this guy. I like that. I mean, he is part of his own subline of this line, I guess. I don't really know. I don't really know anymore. I just buy the characters at this point. The boots are new. They got a nice wash on them. I like that. That looks really good. You get the gold on there that matches the rest of the gold. I really like the green, very bright green. Unfortunately, I get a little bit of stuff on his butt. Nothing crazy, but of course, the elephant in the room. look at the wings. Oh man, they are translucent yellow that you can put light straight through. And if you have a light behind this guy, he will look awesome. So very much like the wings, except this is the biggest issue I have with both of these figures. I don't like the way they're articulated. I'm going to say it right off the bat. They are only swivels, and the swivels get loose pretty quick. You got to push them in. I don't like that. I wish there was a way to hinge them out. I think what they should have done is just put them on a big ball peg with a hinge on it. That would have been great. This is fine. The metal on the back doesn't bother me. It might bother some people, but it does not bother me. I think that's fine. And the sculpt of the wings are just incredible. Super well done. It's a little hard to see because it is yellow, but there's a lot of good sculpting detail in these wings. Very, very good looking. I like that a lot. It's picking it up pretty good, but I wish there was a way to hinge them back. I don't like that. So as far as articulation for the wings go, I'll get to the rest in a second. They just go up, rotate all around pretty much, and then you get a hinge at what would be like the wrist of the wing. So it's not terrible. It just really bugs me that I can't get them out. So, but they look good in a neutral position, which I think is what most people are going to have them in. So I'm okay with that. I like that they have the hinge here. I just wish that there was a hinge on the back as well. So as far as other accessories for him, you get a gripping hand for the left side and then a fist hand for the right side, which I kind of wish Masterverse would get in the habit of giving full sets of grip and fist hands. And then style pose hands are nice too, but make them the extras. I hate having, like, McFarlane does this a lot too, where it's like a fist and an open hand. I want two fists. Like, I wish this guy had two fists. Anyway, you do get his weapon. I'm not even going to try to act like I know what this is called. I don't know what it's called. And you can pop that in his hand. His hand's a little hard, so you might want to, like, pry his fingers open a little bit so you don't... There's no paint on this, unfortunately. I think a little bit of gold paint in the parts that need gold paint would have been nice, but whatever. But you do get a little bit of paint on the shield, so you get the nice gold paint, and then the red on there looks good. Oh man, it's a nice looking shield. And then I usually just leave this hand on him because the hand fits through there, and you can just kind of have it on there like that. So you can put the grip on hand on there too, but it doesn't really need it. And look at that. Oh man, that looks sick as shit. So very, very happy with the way that he turned out. And again, I just can't believe that we got this figure in the series. Now, honestly, guys, you probably could guess what the articulation is like and not like, so I'm not going to waste your time. I'll just go over the important stuff that I noticed. So for the new ankles, they go down all the way and up all the way, and they'll pivot fine. So nothing, and everything else is the same, except the hips don't go out very far on Sunman because this piece is very hard. Everything else is pretty much the same, and I already went over the articulation on the wings. Of course, for Jitsu, there's no wrist articulation on the chop hand, but unlike Sunman, his hips can go out all the way. These don't get in the way, and the rest is the same. So not going to waste your time on it, just because it is, you know, the same exact thing we've been seeing a bunch of times. The head articulation is a little bit better, so I like that. But yeah, that's pretty much it for that. All right, so taking a look at scaling, here they are. This is a 7-inch scale line, so here they are next to some 6-inch figures. We got Zombie Captain America and Darwin. Obviously, they're going to be bigger. Then we get the DC Multiverse McFarlane Toys Batman and the Jazzverse Fortnite Series Peely. This is a 6-inch, this is a 7-inch, so obviously it looks better with the Batman. And then, of course, here they are next to Silly Kong. Silly Kong isn't much bigger than them. A little bit, but I don't know what the scale this is. I just really like Silly Kong. So some of you are probably out there wondering, yo, Ant, what are you thinking of these figures? And I gotta say, guys, they are pretty damn awesome. I'm extremely happy to... Everything's falling over here. I'm extremely happy to have a Sunman. And Jitsu is just another new character for the shelf for me, and I'm always happy to get a new character on the shelf. These look phenomenal. I definitely like Sunman more, and for the I love what Sunman represents. I mean, for those who don't know, a little bit about his story is that, you know, he was made to give black kids, you know, a superhero to look up to. He's one of the earliest black superheroes, but he doesn't get a lot of credit for that, which I really like. The Motu universe was not very for lack of better terms, colorful back then. So to get a character like that was a big deal, let alone giving him technically his own universe and making him more powerful than he. I just love it. I think it's a great idea, and I think, you know, back then it was probably super culturally significant, and I just wish that Sunman would get more love, man. Give love to Sunman. And Jitsu's great too. So I think that these are awesome figures, and for the price point, what, you know, most people are going to be paying of $19.99, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. At the price point of $11.99, it's like a 20 out of 10. But anyway, I'm going to give them a 9 out of 10. There are a couple little things I would tweak here. The wings really do bug me. And the sets of hands for accessories would be nice if they changed that up. But other than that, they are really solid ass figures. So I'm very happy to have them. But believe other than that, that's all I got today. So if you've not already, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Also be sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I post a lot over there and have a lot of fun. And I'm sure you all will too. But as always, let me know you copping. See you guys in the next one. Peace.